Good morning, Year 5. Hope you're all doing okay with your home learning. I've come on this week to help you with this skill. Can you use a variety of verb tenses? It's a new Year 5 writing skill. There was a video on which we used for the Year 6s, but having spoken to some of the Year 5s in school, we thought we'd do another one just to clarify some of the things that they were getting a bit confused on. It is a tricky skill and it's quite hard to teach over the internet. However, we'll give it our best shot, and if you need any help, then contact me or Mrs. Lawrence or Miss McDonald, and we are more than happy to help. So I'm going to start off with the really simple thing. What is a verb? Okay, so a verb is an action. It tells us what someone or something is doing, and it can be physical or mental. And here are a couple of examples. And what is a tense? Now, you probably hear us say tenses all the time, but do we actually know what a tense is? A tense is used to tell us more about the time of when something happened. It can also tell us if something is continuously happening. And there are two types of tenses that we are going to be looking at, and you've probably heard of them before. But our past tense, so that's something that's already happened. It's in the past, it's gone, we can remember it, but it's not happening now. So an example of that is the boy sat with the mole. My verb here is sat, that's the doing word, the action, but sat suggests that it is in the past. He sat with the mole. And then present tense, something that is happening now in the present time. The boy is sitting with the mole. So sitting there is my verb, and it suggests that it's happening now, we're doing it now. So have a think about what you're doing now. You're listening to me. I'm teaching you. It's happening in the present time. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. There are different types of past tenses and present tenses. And we're going to go and have a look at through these now. There are three different types, and they are simple, continuous, and perfect. So we have simple past and simple present, continuous past and continuous present, perfect past and perfect present. That all might sound very confusing, but it should make more sense over the next couple of slides. We're going to look at simple past first. So simple past is anything in the simple past tense describes something that has happened but has now been completed. It isn't happening anymore. For an example, the mole ate the cake. The fox walked on the grass. So those actions there, ate and walked, are things that aren't happening now. They've happened in the past. The cake's probably gone and the mole's eaten it. And the fox is not on the grass anymore. That is what it is suggesting. Those actions have been completed. Can you write one of your own then? So I want you to have a go at writing a sentence that's in the past tense, simple past. Underline your verb like I've done. Maybe pause the video before I go on to the next slide. And then it'd be really good if you could send this in to one of us and we can mark it for you. So remember, it's happened in the past. All your verb needs to tell me is that it's happened in the past. Okay, we're going to move on to continuous past now. Now, you know what the word continuous means. It means that something's happening all the time. So continuous past can sometimes be called past progressive, especially, and if you are Googling this for extra information to find out more and teach more, you may come across past progressive. It means exactly the same. It's just another word for it. So this describes things that have happened in the past, but over a continuous period of time. So it's something that's happened in the past, but it's happened over a length of time. And an example of that would be the mole was eating the cake. So was eating is my verb there. It's telling me that that's what he did, And because it wasn't over straight away, it took him a while to eat the cake. It suggests that it was a continuous period of time. Again, the fox. The fox was walking on the grass. We know that that's in the past because of was, the word was, the verb form of was. And we know that it was a longer period of time because it was walking. Now, again, I want you to pause the video and have a go at writing one of your own continuous past sentences. Maybe you could do it about the book or you could do it about yourself. But what I'd like you to do is pause the video and have a go. Okay, moving on to perfect past now, the third and final one. Perfect past tense describes something that has happened in the past before another action took place. So quite confusing, but now when I write a sentence, you'll be able to understand what that means. So we've got, the mole had eaten the cake before he met the boy. So the first action there, an event, is that the mole had eaten the cake. That suggests that the cake's gone, it happened in the past. But it also tells me another event before he met the boy. So there's sort of two events there. Now, perfect past suggests that the cake was eaten before another event happened. Another example, the fox had walked on the grass before he met the boy. Okay, so there's two events there, one's happening before the other. Again, can you pause the video, write one of your own, underline the verb and the other event that happened in the past. So we know that there's two events that have happened. Now moving on to the different types of present tense. So we've sort of mentioned this already. We have got the simple present, the continuous present and perfect present. So similar to the past tense, except now we're thinking about present, being in the present time, present moment. So simple present. The simple present tense is used to describe something that happens regularly. The mole eats cake and the fox walks on grass. Okay, so those words for the verbs there, eats and walks, suggest that it's happening now, but it's also telling me that it's an irregular activity. Simple as well, the sentences are simple. Now I'd like you to have a go. Now moving on to continuous present. So we learned again earlier that continuous means over a certain period of time. Now continuous present describes events that are happening right now in this moment in time. The mole is eating cake. Imagine that mole being right next to you now. He's eating that cake. And the fox is walking on grass. Imagine that fox walking on the grass. What are you doing right now? Can you write your sentence telling me what you're doing right now? So Miss Pugh is talking to her laptop. That's currently what I'm doing, ready for this presentation. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, so our final present tense is the perfect present. The perfect present can be used in the following situations: to describe something that has happened in the past but is still happening today, to describe an action that has been completed recently. So my two examples we've got are the mole has eaten cake and the fox has walked on the grass. Has eaten and has walked suggests that these are two actions that have recently been completed and they are in the present tense. Have a go at writing one of your own. Again, underline your verb and pause this video. Right, year 5. This skill is probably one of the hardest skills that you will learn in SPAG, and it is really unfortunate that we have to teach it through a laptop or through a computer. So please email your teachers if you need any support with what I've just tried to teach you. We are always happy to help as best we can. And if you don't quite get it, then please don't panic, because when you come back to school, it'll be something that we will focus on a lot so that we can crack it before we move on to any other skills. If you want to send anything in, that would be lovely. We always love to see your work, and it actually brings a big smile to our faces because working from home isn't great fun. So please send us something, and if you want, we can mark it as well. We can give you a bit of an advice or help on certain things. Now, on your working from home document this week, one of the activities is to write your own sentences using the different verb tenses. So have a go at that, and hopefully this video has been a little bit of help. Have a good week, and we do miss you lots, and I can't wait to have you back in school. Bye for now.